Thank you so very much for joining us. And this is Enterprise Weekend. Let's move straight to our conversation for today. The 2023 presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, Prince Adewole Adebayo, has condemned President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's approval of a 15% import duty on refined petroleum products, calling it exploitative and anti-people. Speaking in an interview, Adebayo accused the president of prioritizing revenue collection over citizens' welfare, warning that if unchecked, Tinubu's administration might soon impose taxes on virtually everything, even the air that we breathe. He said the new tariff was inconsistent with the progressive ideals of Tinubu once represented, arguing that the government now sees Nigerians as customers rather than citizens. Let's get talking. I still have with me Barrister Vance Ufeli. Barrister, let's get talking on this. And Adebayo, the man on the reference here, said when during the days of Abiola, current president Bola Ahmed Tinubu then, was championing the cause of Nigerians getting relief of so many things, and now it's a different thing altogether.
Yes, I agree with him when he says that if we allow the president to continue this way, he may one day levy tax on oxygen, the air we breathe. I agree with him because it's getting out of hand. The report says that the 15% levy on importation of diesel and fuel is to protect indigenous refineries. Local refiners.
Yes.
I am wondering, this local refiner that you want to protect, have you found out whether their existence and their capacity is sufficient to give Nigerians the required product that they need to function all day, all year, all months? You understand? Because when you are saying that you are imposing 15%, it looks like you're talking about like the foreigners that are importing this into the country. They're importing it because the what do you call it? The private refineries is not able to cater for the entire need. Okay, there's still a window out there when marketers bring in this product and all that. So if you invoke that tax on them, and they go ahead to still bring them in, you don't think they will pass the cost inflation on the products to the market, to the public? You understand? So that's what the man is saying. That this government see Nigerians as customers instead of citizens. We are not customers. We are citizens of Nigeria. And our rights and obligation, is critical. Our rights as citizens. So that 15% is so unnecessary. Given that this government knows that it plunged Nigeria into serious hardship with this same fuel when it removed subsidy thoughtlessly. Now, things seems to be stabilizing because we have gone through so much hardship to the point where we are trying to gain control of that sector. You are now bringing 15% tariff on it again. Remember, there's an international 15% tariff. You understand? And you are bringing another one again for goods coming in and the rest of that. So that's in America. So, see, this whole thing is not adding up. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. If government is saying that it wants to allow the forces of demand and supply to determine price of fuel and diesel and the rest of that, why should the federal government still be found around, taxing the process? Why?
So don't you think that is part of the fiscal policy? Because fiscal policy is helped or meant to balance, trade and ensure that Nigerians don't get shortchanged and all that. So don't you think the government is applying what it knows how to do?
Well, it's supposed to balance trade, but why are you putting 15% tariff? Why? Because what it means is that you are now going to make it impossible for those that want to import.
Yes, because that's what the desire is actually.
Yes, that's what the desire is. But the local refineries, are they able to produce what the country needs in its entirety? That's my question.
Well, Dangote has always said that he has the capacity to give Nigerians. He wants to expand to a 1.5 million barrels.
Yes, and what I'm saying, in the long run, is that sufficient to service the entire country before other private refinery arrives? If the answer is yes, then the policy we can say, okay, but those who have the motivation to be importing, there's a market they are servicing. That's what I'm saying. There's a market they are servicing. Is that market outside Nigeria or within Nigeria? So who are the people buying from them? If you say Dangote is self-sufficient or will be self-sufficient, is it already self-sufficient? And if it is, these marketers that are importing, who are they selling to?
But Barrister, let's of course play a devil advocate here. I would love you to place yourself in the shoes of Dangote. You've invested close to $20 billion in a refinery. You've gone through so much, you know, the battle between marketers and all that. And of course, the biggest market you have is your country, the citizens in your country. Don't you think you'll be excited that the president of the day would impose a 15% tariff so as to at least allow you...
I will be excited.
Yes.
I will be excited if I am able to provide the capacity, the entire need of the country. Is it doing that? That's what I'm asking. It's not enough to say there will be 15% tariff and all that. What Dangote is giving the country as we speak now, is he able to give the country 100%? Because I know it's not only Dangote fuel that they are selling. It's not only Dangote fuel that they are selling. So if Dangote is able to give the country 100%, why is it that other these things are still ongoing? They are complementing what he's doing. That's what I think. So by the time you put the tariff and they're not able to even work again, will Dangote go round? That's just what I'm asking for. That's what I want to know. And to also know that monopoly is not good anywhere in the world. Even if Dangote is going around, allow that window, that small window for this thing, for competition, so that price will not be determined by autocracy. It might be good and well today. We don't know what the future will be when only one source now have to service an entire country. You know what that is. So I think that parallel production we are having through import is a healthy way of competing with the primary. So don't kill them. Let them keep doing business until they are tired, until when Dangote overwhelms them. That's better than to, you know, create bad blood between them and Dangote. The competition is now unhealthy. And when they get this product in, and in the place that Dangote is not able to supply, where they supply, price will be up.
Because the truth of the
matter
matter
is... They have their own business. Yes. They have their own customers.
Yes, definitely. Because the truth of the matter is LPG, which is cooking gas, you know, went from 12,000 naira to 19,000 naira. And up
for
until
12 kg.
Yes, for 12.5 kg. Up until now, that is what the cost is.
That's what it is.
You could imagine what people who are into restaurants, people who are into other, you know, big businesses that they need LPG will be going through just to allow this.
They will pass that cost inflation to their customers. That's what they will do. So this man is saying the president should not see Nigerians as customers, but as citizens. So you have tax on so many things already. For me, this president should take his hand off anything tax as it relates to a petroleum product. Because the hardship it caused through the subsidy is gone. The mark is still, the suffering is still there, the hangover is still there. You should not mention anything levy again on fuel or whatever it is, or diesel. You should not. Let it be like that. Let them, because the 15%, is that what you're going to change Nigeria? Or the revenue you're going to get for that 15% will not change the country overnight or pay its debt or what? I think this is unnecessary.
Because you're actually saying that when the 15% is made possible, in a year they would make about 4.1 trillion naira.
It's not about making 4.1 trillion. What now happens to the market, the people? We're not customers. We are citizens.
Very true. All right, so just before we leave for now, Barrister, let's go a little bit into persona here. Psychologists and neuroscientists have called it the Dunning-Kruger effect, when people think they know and they don't know. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in that sect of people who feel they know, but they don't know to an extent. He is still the substantive Minister of Petroleum Resources, and everything rests on his desk. And he finds it very difficult to even solve this little problem. So speak to me on our selection of leadership in this country, both from the president to the councillor. Why have we gotten it so bad that we keep having the wrong people administering intelligent people in Nigeria?
We've gotten it so wrong because our electoral system is not in order. The way Tinubu emerged is still questionable today. You see, he emerged through a questionable means. So that answers the question, because it was not through legitimate means. I mean, it's questionable. How be it that INEC pronouncing president and the rest of that, it wasn't fit for the job. Okay. We've also had, just like him, like many of his ministers too, not really savvy and positioned to do things very well. National Assembly is not doing the oversight function. The oversight responsibility is supposed to deploy, you know, in the natural workings of things, not doing that. So at the end of the day, which among them really can we say that will have the appropriate kind of leadership? Is it the traditional rulers, you know? Is it the local government chairman or the governors? You know, the governors were supposed to be our hope in these times of need, wherein the president have reduced these subsidy funds into packs and shared it among them. Now, they were supposed to in turn make it reflect the life of their citizens, their different states, but no. They were started jumping on top themselves and started defecting from their party to the president's party, because I mean, to them it's about party, it's about politics. Governance is not in view. You understand? Governance is not in view. Have you ever seen the budget of your state? I've never seen the budget of that state as I'm talking to you. Not just this administration, previous one and successive. I've never seen it. I was able to get hold of a local government budget, but for the state budget itself, have you ever seen it? They don't publish it, except for Lagos State.
Yes, Lagos does that. You can always have it on the open domain.
Yeah, Lagos State. But for Delta and so many other states, have you ever seen it? They guard it like the budget is the spirit. They don't want you to know what they budgeted, and don't want you to read through and check performance vis-a-vis the budget. They don't want you to do all that. So, government that runs in secrecy, even when the Constitution says that they should be accountable to their people. So, with that kind of leadership, you are not able to. They claim they know, as you talk about the Kroger effect,
Yes.
but they don't know, because government is supposed to operate like a partnership between the governed and the leaders. The leaders and the led, there's supposed to be a partnership. The led are supposed to know the direction of things and all that. It's not like that. No transparency, no accountability. So when you don't have transparency, you don't have accountability. How do you move forward? How do you, when you have challenges, how do you communicate it to the people when they don't know the budget, they don't have any information? So it's a sorry situation, to say the least.
Very so true. We just have to leave it at this point. Unfortunately, Nigerians are still with this pain for as long as this administration continues. We do not know if the president would retract, this 15% thing, just like he did for the clemency. We don't know if he will do that, because of course we have come to see a president who is a bit impulsive. He makes decisions and maybe retracts it a bit. But let's see how that goes, though. It's a developing story, and we will definitely let you have it right here on Enterprise Television. Thank you so very much, Barrister,
My pleasure.
for being here. All right, people, that's just about the time we have. We'd love to say thank you for making this a date. Please do well to visit us. You can find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Igwe. Have yourself a splendid weekend, and I'll see you at the other side. Bye-bye.